Wait, that's my song. Okay. I'm going to be like reading out this. Hi, and good evening. Thank you all for coming to the Dance Marathon. It means a lot to me and my family, definitely. My name's Taylor Helland, and I'm an 18-year-old here as a freshman. I'm a Chi Omega, and I also am a Cook's patient. Like almost 4 years ago, when I was 14, I received the news that I actually had cancer. I had severe abdominal pain, and the doctors couldn't figure out what was causing it. They told me it could be Crohn's, it could be like a blockage, but they said it's probably not cancer because that'd be weird for like someone so young to have colon cancer. And well, I was there for like 3 weeks, and they were doing all these tests, and they didn't really know what was going on, and so finally they just did a surgery. And when they took it out, they biopsied it, and it was signet ring cell adenocarcinoma, a type of colon cancer that had spread around my abdomen. They told me that this type of cancer was really, really aggressive, and so my parents, being like really curious and stuff, they mistakenly looked it up on Google, and the 5-year survival rate was only 13%. It was really devastating for me and my family, but I decided, along with them and my boyfriend Chris and all my friends, to fight this. I would do everything I could to survive and live a happy, normal life. I was told that the recommended routine was 12 3-day chemo rounds. I would check into Cook Children's every other Friday, get connected to an IV, and sit there for 3 days. That's 36 days total, hooked up to a rack full of machines pumping ugly chemicals through my body. Not something most teenagers do. I completed all the chemotherapy, and they sent me down to Houston for a state-of-the-art surgical procedure called HIPEC. It's quite the ordeal. They cut up my abdomen and spread it wide open. It's like 9 inches. They took about 2 hours looking and feeling around for any cancerous tissue. Next, they inserted 2 tubes and closed up the incision. The tubes then circulated heated chemotherapy chemicals through my abdominal cavity to kill any cancer cells that might be remaining. Then they reopened my abdomen, removed the tubes, and cleaned everything out. Finally, they stitched up everything, and now I have a scar from it. I had to spend 4 weeks in Houston, and I missed my school and friends terribly. Unfortunately, after 7 months of being cancer-free, I started to have more abdominal pain, and CT scans showed 2 softball-sized masses in my abdomen. The cancer had returned in a very aggressive way. It had only been about 2 months since my last clear CT scan, so these were growing really fast. The doctors were very concerned, and they told us at this time the chances of a cure are virtually 0. So that was really, really devastating for our family, definitely. Well, even with this grim diagnosis, we didn't give up. With my wonderful Cook Children's oncologists, we set out on a path to beat this thing again. We started a similar treatment routine with 12 more 3-day round chemos, more nausea, and time sitting in the hospital watching cooking shows and doing jigsaw puzzles. Then, incredibly, I headed down to Houston again for a 2nd round of the HIPEC procedure. They cut me open and found that the 2 huge masses were my ovaries. The cancer had spread, and my ovaries were huge. This was bad news in that they had to remove them, but good news in that the cancer was like contained completely, and they could just take it all out. They did the heated chemo again, and I returned back to school and continued to do like marching band, church youth group, mission trip, everything. I have to say that I'm really proud of myself for staying active and positive during the medical procedures, but really this is not the way I thought high school was going to go for me. Kids just don't ever get colon cancer, they all said. Now I'm 1 in a million. This journey has been life-altering for me. Oh wait, I skipped a page. My senior year of high school was completely cancer-free, and it was really great. And then I was selected as homecoming queen, and I was accepted at TCU. Unfortunately, last summer, after a 16-month break from my battle, another mass was discovered near my right kidney. The cancer had returned for a 3rd time. In August, I had my 8th major surgery to remove most of the mass. It was a 5-hour surgery and I was in pretty bad pain after the procedure. However, I was not going to miss rush week. Just 11 days after the procedure, I moved into my dorm here at TCU and started rush. The whole week was a blast. Early in the week, I started to fall in love with all the actives from Chi Omega. And when bid day came, I saw Chi on my bid card and literally started crying. Last September, I started a 3-day chemotherapy treatments for a 3rd time. These are scheduled to be every other weekend. Fortunately, you happen to catch me on a in-between weekend. I was in Cook's last weekend, and I'll be there next weekend, but this weekend's definitely going good. This journey has been life-altering for me, my family, and those around me. It's been horrible in some ways, but it's also been miraculously wonderful in a lot of other ways. My dad says when he watches the news, he thinks the whole world's going crazy. But over the past 4 years, we've truly seen the best in people. Cook Children's Hospital has been amazing throughout my whole journey. All the nurses, doctors, AYA people, and even the administrative people are so wonderful. They have been an absolute blessing to me and my family. I want to say thank you to all the Cook Children's employees that are here. Thank you for your wisdom, compassion, caring, and love. Thank you so much for helping me fight this battle, and thank you for everyone for all you do for all the kids. Thank you, TCU, for tonight. I cannot put into words how much it means to me that you are all doing this. What an amazing night, benefiting an amazing hospital that over the years has become my second home. Thank you, guys.